Hello, my name is Robert Dobbins. I'm the president, founder, and CEO of A&D Propane Inc., propaneexchange.com. We started A&D Propane here, my wife and I, in Conroe, Texas, 13 years ago with basically $100 in the bank and a crowdfunding campaign, and launched A&D Propane. Today we have 3,500 customers, and do this last year a little over $1.5 million in sales. We're currently seeking funding to expand into our new area of business, the propaneexchange.com. Propane exchange services for convenience stores, grocery stores, RV parks, RV dealers, and hardware stores here in the Texas Triangle area of Houston, San Antonio, Fort Worth, Dallas, and everywhere in between. We currently have about 100 stores online in this new program. Between myself and our COO, Rick Penny, we have over 60 years experience in the propane industry. The propane exchange side of things is a fairly new development in the propane industry. There are basically three major players, particularly in our area, and those are Blue Rhino, AmeriGas, PPX, and Pinnacle Propane. And what I noticed was going into the stores, it continued to bother me going into convenience stores and grocery stores, hardware stores, that they had these big propane exchange cages out front, and they touted the brand for whoever their provider was, Blue Rhino, AmeriGas, Pinnacle. And I know that these stores spend thousands, tens of thousands, and on the larger chains, hundreds of thousands of dollars to promote their branding. And my question was, well, why are they giving away this premium branding space right in the front of their stores by their entryways to their propane provider? And so I researched online, found out that basically the reason they're doing it is because there's no private label solution available to them. So I thought, cha-ching, here's a good idea. And so we launched into the propane exchange private label service here basically about 4 months ago, after considerable planning. And we are the nation's first private label propane exchange service provider. Our plant is located in Huntsville, Texas. Out of the current plant that we have built in the last few months, we are able to service roughly 1,000 stores using a eventual two-shift strategy, two working shift strategy. Currently we have about 100 stores that we service, the Biggs convenience stores, Casa del Pueblo convenience store chain, as well as some smaller chains and individual stores as well. And we are looking to raise $500,000 right now in order to expand that offering with some stores that we're currently in talks with. We're currently in talks with Foodorama and with Foodtown, and we are also in the preliminary investigation stage with some larger chains as well, such as Brookshire Brothers, Brookshire Food and Pharmacy, who also owns Super One Foods, and we do have some feelers out with HEB right now, some of the buyers there. The problem with the propane exchange business itself is it's very capital intensive, which is why it took us 13 years to launch off into it. And seeing the opening in the market with via the private label is really why we've gone ahead and launched into it now. But it's very capital intensive. It takes between $1,000 and $3,000 per store location in order to supply the equipment, the cages, the cylinders, and the personnel in order to take care of them. So it's very capital intensive, and that's why we're looking to raise money right now. $500,000 will help us to basically add between 250 and 300 stores, depending on their location, their size and their traffic. With the $500,000 raise that we are requesting, we are seeking a repayment term of 36 to 40 months revenue-based funding. So obviously the better we do, the shorter the repayment period, and it is a 2 times repayment on that, so $1 million repayment on the $500,000 offering. I look forward to answering your questions and being able to have a genuine conversation with you about your participation in our revenue-based funding offering. Thank you.